In today's video, I'm going to show you the luxury cars in Rowan Atkinson's car collection. Rowan Atkinson was born on the 6th of January 1955 in Newcastle upon Tyne, England. He is a British actor and comedian, best known for his television and film roles as Mr. Bean. Atkinson, the son of wealthy Durham farmers, attended Durham Cathedral Choristers School. He received his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from the University of Newcastle upon Tyne before continuing to Oxford for his master's degree. By taking to the stage to satisfy an inner yearning, he began honing the facial contortions and insane comic genius that would make him renowned. Atkinson rose to fame thanks to his iconic schoolmaster skit. In 1981, as a result of the satirical television programme, he became the youngest performer to have an exclusive West End play. Consequently, in 1983, English television broadcasted Atkinson and Curtis's Blackadder for the first time. From the Crusades until World War I, the series starred a total of 4 Lord Blackadder and Baldricks. The series cemented Atkinson's status as a household name in the United Kingdom. Atkinson portrayed an uneasy, nearly silent numbskull who blundered his way through ordinary events in the 1990 to 1995 television comedy Mr. Bean. Over 1 million individuals paid a visit to the Bean, an ordinary man who transcended both English and Blackadder comedy. Mr. Bean won the Montreux Film Festival's Golden Rose Award in 1990. In 1991 and 1994, he received an International Emmy and an American Cable Ace for his work. It was estimated that 18 million people watched it, making it the most popular British television spoof. Mr. Bean first appeared in 1997 film Bean, followed by Mr. Bean's Holiday in 2007, which follows the screw-up on a trip to France. In 2002, he made his television debut in an animated series. Rowan Atkinson portrayed Raymond Fowler, a police reviewer in The Thin Blue Line in 1995 to 1996. From the 1990s, The Witches, to 1994's 4 Weddings and a Funeral, to 2001's Rat Race, to Johnny English's 2011 and 2012 Renaissance. He has directed a variety of films. Additionally, he was featured in the film Love in 2003. Despite his triumphs, Atkinson kept an intensely private persona and maintained that he was not a humorous person. "I'm a really uninteresting, relatively quiet person who happens to be a performer," he explained. He was made a Commander of the Order of the British Empire in 2013 for his contributions to theatre and charity. If you thought Rowan Atkinson flew around town in an armchair attached to the roof of a Mini, you're in for a surprise, since the comedy legend is an expert on autos. Atkinson, aka Mr. Bean, owns a varied collection of automobiles. These are the cars Rowan Atkinson has. Number 1. A 1997 McLaren F1. To get things started, here's a huge one. 240 miles per hour. The Gordon Murray designed McLaren F1 was a game changer from the moment it was created in 1992. Although $700,000 is a lot of money, a new Ferrari LaFerrari was only half that amount 20 years later. What are the current values? When Rowan sold the F1 he bought with the money he made from the first Mr. Bean movie in 1997, got a whopping $10 million for it, and that was for a car he had crashed twice. Number 2. 1986 Aston Martin V8 Zagato. Although we don't want to come across as disparaging of Mr. Atkinson's driving abilities, we should point out that he has raced numerous vehicles on the club circuit for many years, including his old Jaguar Mark 11 saloon, and has won multiple prizes. During an enthusiast's track day at Croft Circuit in 2001, he was involved in a crash with an Aston Martin, a special Italian-styled V8 Zagato that had been uprated to 482 brake horsepower. The car was rebuilt for $290,000, and Rowan later sold it for $162,000 at auction, more than double its initial price. Number 3. 1964 Ford Falcon Spirit. There was a 260 cubic inch V8 engine in it, together with a Ford-O-Matic automatic transmission, a non-locking differential, manual steering and manual brakes in the original drivetrain configuration. He also crashed this race car. For what it's worth, the event occurred during the Goodwood Revival Shelby Cup race in 2014, during which he was involved in a head-on collision with another car. Number 4. 2014 Bentley Mulsanne Birkin Edition. Even if it looks fantastic parked up next to the red carpet at the BAFTAs, this 2014 limited edition has a lot more history behind it than those other luxury barges. The Mulsanne is named after the Le Mans Strait, which Bentley dominated in 1929, 1930 and 1931, and on which Bentley won the race 3 times and again in 2003. Sir Henry Tim Birkin, a 2-time winner, was one of the original Bentley boys, and it was his suggestion to supercharge WO's cars that resulted in the creation of the renowned Bentley blower. This car, as well as the 1995 film Full Throttle, in which Birkin was played by Rowan Atkinson, are both homages to the late actress. Number 5. 2011 Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead. Phantom dropheads are lavishly decorated by their owners, who typically include handmade marquetry, hand-painted crests, a fridge for the crystal, and an onboard safe for the milady's gems, among their many other frills. Rowan was preoccupied with what was going on under the hood. He used his enormous influence to persuade Rolls-Royce to install an experimental 9-litre V16 engine in the Phantom. Just don't bring up the subject of fuel economy. Number 6. 1939 BMW 328. Rowan's BMW from 1939 is the most significant of its era, since it won the Mille Miglia, the most atmospheric, passionate and deadly road race in the world, on its first attempt. Both Huschke von Hanstein and Walter Baumer, who were competing under the swastika banner, were at the wheel of the vehicle. The 328 received a variety of modifications, including drum brakes on both front and rear wheels, rack and pinion steering, and a tubular steel chassis. Despite the lightweight aluminium body, the 2-litre 6-cylinder engine with 80 horsepower was buried beneath it. The engine was powered by a gasoline engine and featured a cast iron block and aluminium heads with 2 valves per cylinder. As you might expect, this vehicle has been lovingly repaired within an inch of its life. Please, Rowan, for the love of all that is holy, do not ding this one. Number 7. 1989 Lancia Delta HF Integral. Atkinson's 16-valve engine became legendary among rally fans after he obtained it in 1989 after competing for 2 years with its predecessor's 8-valve engine. He was so thrilled with it that he decided to write a column about it for Car magazine. I can't conceive of any other vehicle that would transport you from point A to point B as quickly as this one, he wrote. Fans of the car can purchase an updated version of the Delta, but they are only producing 20 of them at the time of this writing, so act quickly. Number 8. 1989 Lancia Thema 8.32. The Thema, which was a left-hand drive and quite unusual in the United Kingdom, didn't appear to be much. Rowan's Lancia was a beautiful car, a deep crimson with a lot of wood on the inside and brown cloth seats on the outside. However, what was going on under the hood was anything but calm. Ferrari supplied the engine, which is a 32-valve V8 from their 328 sports car. It must have sounded a little perplexing. Number 9. A 1993 Mercedes 500e. Everyone who has met Rowan Atkinson will tell you he is an extremely quiet man. With so many people gazing at him, one might imagine he was never at ease in the McLaren. The 500e, like the Thema, exists to look to be a typical saloon until the driver puts their foot down. This top-of-the-line W124, powered by a 5-litre V8, tops out at 161 miles an hour and goes from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 5.5 seconds, which was quite acceptable in the early 1990s. Rowan's 1993 car is silver with a half-leather upholstery and accents in blue check fabric. He sold it in 1994, but he was so taken with it that he bought it back in 2017. He resold it a year later so the present owner should be prepared to receive a phone call in 2041. Number 10. 2002 Honda NSX. By the way, is that a Honda or anything similar? Is it possible that we are watching yet another wolf in sheep's clothing? All things wolf themed, right down to the aesthetic, are present here. Mr. Wolf is the name given to the character who drives an NSX in the film Pulp Fiction, which is a nod to the film's title. It turns out that specific Ferrari is a Japanese model, and handling was developed by a guy named Atkinson, who appeared to know what he was doing at the time. Number 11. 1977 Aston Martin V8 Vantage. This is, after all, where it all began. Rowan's first real automobile. This American-inspired muscle car, built in 1977 with a 5.3-litre V8 producing 389 brake horsepower and painted burgundy, a favourite colour of Atkinson's, was custom made in Savile Row to his specifications. Atkinson purchased the property in 1984, just as he was beginning to gain fame, and has owned it ever since. It even made an appearance in the film Johnny English Strikes Again.